This week in my sewing space, I found my perfect Dreamy summer easy sew top from Woven Fabrics. Absolutely loving it. And I had a bikini disaster. So let's talk all things sewing. Hi there, I'm Christine the Gemini Stitcher and welcome to my sewing space. Yes, I finally found what I consider for me the perfect, easy, breezy, fast sew, perfect for beginners woven top. So we'll talk about that today. And I had a real disaster with my bikini adventure. Believe me, it was an epic fail. But, you know, I took it on the chin and I'm going to go and buy some because I've only got a few days to go until I go on my jollies. So I've bitten the bullet, made the decision. I've tried, it's not worked. So shop bought bikinis is on the agenda this week. So let's talk about the positive sewing that I've managed to get done this week. I've been on the hunt for a easy breezy, fast sew up, summer woven top. Not so much a blouse, more of an everyday throw on kind of top. I do wear a lot of t-shirt type tops in summer and I wanted a woven version of a t-shirt that will go with anything, if that makes sense. And for me, I've finally found it. And it's a free pattern as well, which is brilliant. And to put you out of your misery, it's the ONIL, I hope I'm saying that right, ONIL top from Pauline Alice Patterns. Now, I've never looked at Pauline Alice, never been on my radar, and there are quite a few nice patterns on her site that obviously you buy, but the ONIL is a free one and it's absolutely gorge. So I'll be popping a few images of the ONIL top from the website while I talk you through the stats. So this top or blouse can be made from 1 metre of fabric. Yes, you heard me right. It's a brilliant scrap buster. And I don't know what to say about it other than I love it. It's got a really nice shaped square neck detail with a decent facing inside, square neck front and back. And then you stitch down the facing, which I absolutely love, so it's not going to flap around and get on your nerves. It's like an A-line shape, this blouse, and the front and the back hem have a very nice shape to them as well, that sort of shape. The back hem is slightly lower than the front hem. And on the pattern, they've put elastic in the really nice puff sleeves. And when I show you the ones that I've made, you'll see that I've done it a little bit different. But easy to make, metre of fabric. I reckon from cutting out to sewing, you can have one of these whizzed up in a couple of hours, easy peasy. So is the ONIL blouse size inclusive? Well, it goes from, I think these are American sizes or European I think they are, from a size 34 up to a size 52. For those of us in other parts of the world, I'll just give you the bust measurements to give you an idea on sizing. So they start from an 80 centimetre or 31.5 inch bust up to a 120 centimetre or 47.5 inch bust. So not too bad on the size inclusivity. Now this pattern does give you your body measurements and the finished garment measurements, which is brilliant. You can work out how much ease there is and how big the pattern's going to be and size down if you don't want it that big and floaty. So I made up a size 40, which is for a 36-inch bust, and I fluctuate between 35 and 36, so I thought I'd err on the side of caution, and I did the size 40. So 40 inch, so 36-inch bust size 40, the finished garment measurements on the bust are 42 inches. So that gives me 6 inches of ease around the bust area. Now that might sound like an awful lot, but it's not. It's a good amount of ease because you're spreading it all the way round you. And a good way to find out if you're happy with the ease in a garment is to grab your tape measure and just put it around. Obviously I've got a cardigan on, which isn't helping. Look at the area that you want to do it, put it, so that's at 42 inches, and it's giving me a reasonable amount of ease around my bust area, because don't forget it's going to be the back, it's not going to be like that. Don't pull it tight on the back. Just swish it around yourself and see how you feel with it. If you think it's too much, go down a size, and if you think it's a bit too snug, go up a size. But I found the size 40 a good size for me. So let's take a look at the ONIL blouses or tops that I made. This is the first one. Here's the first one that I made. I made it in a cream, sort of oatmeal-y, cream coloured linen with variegated grey stripes on it. I got this fabric from Fabworks. It's one of their cotton linens, and I wanted a neutral top that I could mix and match in my capsule with lots of different trousers. So that's the first one. And then the second one, I went bright, well, brighter. And here's the second one. Now you'll notice with both of these blouses, I've not put the elastic in the sleeve. I've left them quite wide and floaty. I just wanted it to be nice and cool for on my holes. And I felt if I put elastic through the sleeve, it was going to be a little bit restrictive. So I resisted, just hemmed them, and I think they look great. So this one's been made in the So Different fabric that I got recently, that was their Summer Loving collection, and I had some left, so I managed to get a cute little ONIL top out of it. The square neck is the bit that I really, really love on this top, and as I said, it's really neat on the inside because you stitch it down, so there's no facing flapping around. Quite puffy sleeves, lots of gathers in the sleeve head, and if you leave them open like mine, they are quite a wide sleeve. If you don't like that look, then put the elastic channel in and cinch them in for a different look, which I might try with a viscose, but with this is a cotton poplin, and it gives it real structure, and I like the look of the sleeve being wide. So what else did I do? Obviously, because I'm a shorty, I shortened the body length by about 3 inches, and I shortened the sleeves by 2 inches. So yeah, I think I have found one of my go-to summer woven tops. It does have bust darts in it, in the side, so there's not that much to do, and it's perfect for a beginner. So you'll learn how to do a square neck, how to do gathered sleeve, how to do darts, bust darts, and apart from that, just sewing, straight seams. Absolutely beginner friendly, in my opinion. Now you'll note, the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that I've also made something else to go with this top. And then to go with my ONIL top, I made a pair of the Sew House 7 free range slacks, and here they are. Now I picked the free range slacks because I wanted something that was going to be comfortable at the waist, and it's an elasticated waist. It's got side pockets that are quite deep, which I think are a must in a pair of trousers or pants. And then the free range slacks have side panels in them that you can play around with and do some colour blocking. So I've put the fabric that is in the blouse into the sides of my free range slacks. So I've got myself a cute co-ord set, and yeah, pretty pleased with that, because you know, sometimes when you just get an idea in your head. I had the lovely Carol here for a sewing lesson on Friday, and we were chatting about fabrics and things and fitting things together, making co-ords, and I was showing her the ONIL blouse, which she loves and she wants to make too because it's beginner friendly. And I just had a light bulb moment when I went, oh, I can make the free range slacks and do a really good co-ord and incorporate both the fabric into the trousers as well. So got that made up, quick sticks, another outfit for my holes. And I had another positive sewing make. I've made something for the hubster. I know I don't do it very often, but he needs a hat for his holidays and he wants a bucket hat. Now, I made him one last year for our cruise, and the silly bugger sat up after sunbathing at the back of the ship, big gust of wind, hat blew off the back of the ship. So it's floating round the med somewhere. I can just imagine some trendy shark wearing it and looking at the bees and E's. But never mind, so I had to make him a new one because his little head burns on holiday and then he moans. So this is the bucket hat that I've made him. You'll notice it's still got pins in because he wants the little air vent grommets putting in either side. So I've just got 4 of those to put in this. It's the Waves and Wild bucket hat. Works perfect every time. He's got not such a big head, so it's an adult size small, bless him. And I've done it in some cotton twill in navy on one side. The Waves and Wild is a reversible bucket hat. And then let's turn it round. The other side has been done in the same cotton twill, but in a cream colour. Quite boring, but that's men for you, isn't it? Well, my man anyway. I've tried to get him to have a pop of colour on one side and he was having none of it. But that's the Waves and Wild bucket hat, all good to go. And I like it so much, I'm thinking that I'm going to make myself one, if I've got time. And I want to make one that will go with my co-ord set. Get me. So I've still got some of these 2 fabrics from So Different. So I'm going to make a Waves and Wild bucket hat, and one side's going to be in the patterned fabric and the other side is going to be in the chambray. So hopefully, fingers crossed, now I'm not making my bikinis, I'll have time to make myself a little hat. So that's all my sewing successes from this week. Let's move on to my epic fail. Now, on Thursday, Steph and Sharon came over and we had a girly sewing day, wonderful day. And I know I haven't seen them for a while, so I knew I was going to be yabba 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 all day long. So I made the decision that I was doing cutting out. I wasn't actually going to physically sit and sew anything. So I decided I needed to cut out my bikinis for my holes that I needed to make up. So on Thursday, I cut out 3 bikinis, the tops, the bottoms, the power mesh, all good to go, just needed sewing together. So yesterday, I thought I'd better make a start on these bikinis. So here's what happened. I part made the bottoms to the point where you try them on, and tried them on. Which way's which? There we go. Tried them on. Happy with the bottoms. Could wear them all day long. Absolutely no problem at all. Thought, phew, I've got the size right. Then I moved on to the top. And we got to the trying on stage. So this is the top of the corally swimsuit from Tilly and the Buttons. Now bear in mind, I've made the swimsuit of this costume 3 times now and tried that on, one of those on before I even started cutting these out to make sure the size was still right. Fits perfectly. And use the same pattern pieces for the bikini. So of course bikini bottoms fit perfect. Put this top on and oh my god, to say my boobs were fighting for their life inside this is an understatement. It looked horrendous. So bad, there is no way I'm showing you what it looked like. Not shaming myself. It'd be indecent. So yeah, bikini top. Too blinking small. So you'd probably think, well, that's okay, Christine. Just sew all the bottoms up and then recut the tops out in a size or 2 sizes, I think, bigger. Yes, that's absolutely fine. I've still got lots of the fabric, so I can cut them out, but I have not got any of the power mesh left. How flipping annoying is that? I could order some and hope that it gets here on time, but we're on Monday now and I fly at 8 in the morning on Friday. So it's really pushing it, isn't it, to hope that power mesh is going to get here by then. So I'm accepting that these are not going to get made. I'm going to keep all the bottoms because when I get some power mesh, I can make them for another holiday because, let's face it, I will be going on more holidays this year. But for Cape Verde, it ain't happening anytime soon. So as I said at the beginning, I'm actually going to bite the bullet and I'm going to buy maybe a couple of nice bikinis just so that I've got some to wear. I'm getting into that age bracket now where you think, ooh, need to wear costumes, can't wear bikinis, but I'm fighting it. So I've got 3 costumes and I need a couple of bikinis just in case I decide I'm being brave and I want to get my tummy out. We will see. I am sort of thinking tankinis might work better. Then I can pull it down when I'm walking round and then just pull it back up when I'm sunbathing. But we'll see what's out there. I'm going to go to Boundary Mill Stores, which is up in Colne. It's about a half-hour drive away from me. And they've got a Marks and Spencer's outlet in there, and then they have some very nice bikinis and all different named brands, swimwear. So I'm sure I'll find something there. And it's not the end of the world, is it? We can't make all our own clothes. Well, we can, but sometimes we just have to accept our limitations, and this is one of them. I am not putting myself through sewing bikini tops up on Thursday evening when I'm flying out Friday morning. It's not on my radar, I'm not doing it, so I'm going to go out and treat myself. So that's all my sewing for this week, and I'm not doing any plans this week because I'm going on my jollies. And I'm not going to be doing any more sewing now before I go away. So while I'm away, the Monday Make Some Plans vlog next week is going to be all about plans for the month of June, because I know we're still in May, but when I get back from my holes, it's going to be June. So we're going to do a June plans make. So we're going to do a June plans vlog while I'm away. And the other thing that I need to tell you about is the capsule wardrobe sew-alongs. We've done 4 of the 5 garments now. The last garment that we're going to be making is the pony jacket from Helen's Closet Patterns. And I'm giving myself a little break because of the holidays. That will resume when I get back in June. So we will start the sew-along for the pony jacket the 2nd Saturday in June. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will pop the link to all the sew-alongs that I've done so far in the description below, and you can go and have a watch and get up to date on those. And while we're on the subject of the sew-alongs, a few of you lovely, lovely ladies bought me Kofi's this week or last week from my sew along vlog with the hacks on it for the Teefy cardigan. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am absolutely blown away that you, 1, made the effort to go on to Ko-fi and figure out how to buy somebody a coffee on there, and 2, that you did it for little me. So I'll just give the ladies who bought me coffees a mention. So the ladies who bought me Kofi's last week were Rita Adler Everett. Absolutely blown away by your beautiful words, and thank you for your very, very generous donation towards my coffee fund. And Evelyn Watt as well bought me a Ko-fi or 2. So thank you very much, Evelyn. Absolutely appreciate all the support that you've given me. And Patsy W also kindly bought me a Ko-fi last week. So yeah, it doesn't happen very often to me. And when it does, it fills my heart with joy and fills my tummy with coffee. So thanks very much, ladies. Really, really appreciate it. So that's it for today. A short but sweet Monday Make Some Plans vlog. Well, makes no plans. On Thursday, there's going to be a vlog, which is going to be a tour of my wardrobe, if that's something that you're interested in. And then I will be back next Monday when I will be making my June plans with you. So have a wonderful sewing week. I hope you've enjoyed. If you've enjoyed watching this vlog, please consider subscribing, give it a thumbs up, and I would love lots of comments. I love reading about what you're all up to because I'm inherently nosy. But subscribing helps my channel to grow, and indeed there's been a real flurry last week of new subscribers. So welcome to the crazy sewing gang, to everybody who subscribed and joined in recently, and I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. Take care, happy sewing, and see you all again soon. Bye.